So today I'm taking a look at a product that is super helpful for those of you who are interested in dropshipping. Now, if you've never heard of dropshipping, it's where you have the online store, you do the marketing and the promotion, you interact with the customers. Once they purchase something from your store, you place an order with the supplier, and the supplier sends it from their stock that they hold on to direct to your customer. It means you don't need to hold stock, you don't need a warehouse. With the introduction of various import tariffs and taxes and shipping costs, the traditional sellers that are usually based in China are becoming unaffordable as an option. There's also long shipping delays. I actually tried this a few years ago, and one of the major problems I had was the supplier was just not great at communicating or understanding that they needed to fill orders correctly. So I gained sales, the product landed with the client who was in America, and then I received an email saying, well, thanks, this is very nice, but it's the wrong size, it's not what I ordered. And the supplier was like, well, it's close enough, it just wasn't good enough, and so I got out of that. DropCommerce, however, proposes a different route. Now, they've done dropshipping before, they've encountered these frustrations, so in this new model, you still interact with the customers, but you deal with DropCommerce to find the suppliers, and their platform can help place the orders automatically if you're on the right plan. If you're already liking the sound of this, I will put an affiliate link down below, but first, let's dive into DropCommerce and show you around the platform. So before setting up shop, I'm going to need to pick the kind of products I want to sell, and for that, I'm going to be using DropCommerce. This is currently on a special deal. I'll put a link down below, and this sits between you and the suppliers and makes setting up an online shop super easy. So when you log in, this is the dashboard. You can see they do starter stores. We'll come back to those in a minute. We've got featured suppliers. We've got the new suppliers. We've got top selling and beauty. So there's a lot of different products there to give you some inspiration. If we go into the products themselves, we can search and sort by new, most sold, most imported. So if we say most sold, let's take a look at that. We've got the categories down the side. You can search for a product at the top. So these are the most sold, and then you can also filter by price, profit, and there's other filters. So let's have a little look at, say, this rustic bowl. I'm not going to look at things that are super expensive because I'm outside the US. So dealing with returns, I may just say keep the product if there's a problem. And so I'd want something that's relatively low cost rather than these high cost products. So if we take a look at this rustic bowl, we can see who it's by. We've got the minimal price that I should charge. We've got the price to me. We've got the shipping rate. Very important for me because I'm outside the US is the returns policy. You need to check these to make sure it's compatible with what you plan to offer yourself. Because I'm outside the US, I can't accept returns from clients because I can't have them posting it to the UK. So ideally, I'm looking to be able to return back to the supplier direct. Or alternatively, as I say, if I'm getting good sales and someone's really not happy, I might just write it off and say, you just keep the product. So you can also view by supplier. The little heart indicates a favorite, so you can save those and easily find them later. And it's a good idea to go through this because it'll give you an idea of all the different suppliers and products you can have. You can see here there's 317 pages of suppliers to look through. And on the products, there's an insane number of pages. Look at this, it's over 49,000 pages of products to look through. So it's a good idea to really think about the kind of shop you want and then narrow that down. Otherwise, you're going to be looking through a lot of products. So you can click on any of these. Let's say you want to start a t-shirt business. You're going to click on this t-shirt supplier. And this supplier view is good because it will list all the products in their range that you can order. And then you can visit their website directly. You can check if they've got any reviews and how many orders have been shipped. And if you scroll down, you get to see all the different products. You can see here there's 649 pages of products to look through. And again, just click on the product and that will give you information about the product and the returns policy. Now, when we first went to the dashboard, it mentioned these pre-done stores. And if you're struggling to figure out the products you should have, you can come in and they've got two different types of store. They've got these premium stores, which cost just under $1,000. And these are stores that are pre-created, they're pre-branded. So these are the actual brands, really good brands. I love this Pug Parade brand, and they've got a great domain already attached. You buy that, it's a pre-done shop. All you have to do is start marketing. Alternatively, if we scroll down, you can see for a much lower price, $249, you can pick a general area and they'll fill it up. So let's say you want to have a vegan shop like this, you'll place the order. This doesn't come with a domain, so you'll have to pick the domain, but then they'll set it all up and pick all the products to go in. So again, it's very quick to market and has the benefits of being much more inexpensive, but you're going to have to find a really good brandable domain and then just start marketing it. One of the things I find really helpful about this section actually is gaining inspiration. You can come here and see that, they're suggesting there's a couple of pet shops, a vegan shop, there's clothes shops. So these are the kind of things that you can take a look at and then maybe just recreate yourself. Have a look at how they're doing it, the kind of products they're picking, and that might spark some inspiration. There's also an inbox allowing you to communicate with the suppliers. So I've dropped this supplier a message. I'm just waiting for a reply. So having gone through a lot of these suppliers, at first I thought maybe mother and baby, that could be quite a good one. And I was a bit more drawn to these kind of more rustic products. So that's what I'm going to go with because they are fairly low cost, which reduces my risk. And it would allow me to open it out from maybe these simple rustic plates to more cotton items such as blankets and clothing and what have you, and just have that real rustic vibe. So the next step, of course, is to pick a domain name. So the next step is to come up with a domain name. I just use AI to give me a load of suggestions. I then run them through Namescheap beast mode. And when I've got one that I like the sound of and it is available, it's time to get started. So I'm not going to show you how to set up a Shopify store. It's pretty self-explanatory when you go through it. And you can pick a couple of plans and try them out. They normally have a trial on at the moment. I think it's £1 for a month. And so you can pick any of the plans. They'll all work with DropCommerce. The one thing to be aware of is the starter plan, which is the lowest cost plan available on Shopify, doesn't allow you to create collections, which is a bit of a pain. If you want to stock different types of products, you'll probably want to group them together to make the navigation a bit easier. Having set up the Shopify store, let me show you how quick and easy it is to add the products to it. Once you're ready to add products to your store, you want to head back to DropCommerce. This is where the power of this platform comes in. So I've already got a few products lined up that I'm interested in. So let's take a look at this rustic bowl. So we can take a look and see what's going to be imported. So we've got the bowl. If you have collections, you can select a particular collection. You've got the description. Not a great description there, so I'm probably going to rewrite that. I could rewrite it here, but I'll probably do that later. Variants, if there are any, and then images. There's just one image with this particular bowl. All you have to do is click import. That now pushes it over to Shopify, and you've got an imported store list as well. So you can see I've already done a few of these, and there you go. It's imported. It's got the inventory. If we go to it, we can now edit this and take a look at the description and maybe improve it a little bit. In terms of the settings for importing, you do have some control over this. So you can include or exclude the category tags. You can have a global markup price. You can set it at a percentage or a flat rate. So you want to, let's say you want to add 10% on, and the price should be 10% on either the cost price or the retail price. And you can round it up, include the shipping and which shipping. So if we click save, and that's pretty much it. I will now need to go through my supplier and the various products that I'm interested in, get importing them, and get the store ready to go live and start selling. If you like the look of this and you want to give this a try, you want to head over to Rocket Hub. I'll put a link below, probably an affiliate link, and this will take you to the DropCommerce deal that's currently running. Scroll down through the deal and you'll get to the bottom where you can see the different options. So we have multiple plans available. If you just want to have a little dabble, tier 1, tier 2 are okay, but note auto fulfillment is off. Now, what does that mean? That means that when someone places an order on your store, it will automatically be fulfilled by DropCommerce. They'll place the order with the dropshipper. That, if you're doing a lot of business, is going to save you a lot of time. And obviously I'm in another country, so I could be in a time zone that's where I'm asleep, people are placing orders, and this will just help keep things moving smoothly. It helps make it automated. So on the lower plans, you only get to have one store. On the higher plans, tier 3, you get 2 stores, and that's where you get the auto fulfillment, but you're limited by the number of products. And the top plan, which I was on a webinar, and this has proven to be the most attractive plan so far. You can import unlimited products, you can have up to 5 stores, and there's auto fulfillment. I can see why this is the most popular one, because once they roll out WooCommerce, this is going to be a very cheap way of setting up dropshipping. You don't have to pay anything more to DropCommerce because you'll have the lifetime deal. You'll be able to spin up a site on WordPress, add WooCommerce, and use this to manage the products and the ordering process. So the next thing I'm going to need to do is set up a Facebook page, set up the pixel, maybe run some adverts and try and get some sales and get this paying for itself and paying for Shopify. One of the ways I'm going to do that is taking a look at using AI avatars to advertise these products, review the products. Very interested in this to see if I can do this at scale. I'll have a video out on that soon, so make sure to subscribe. And if it is out, you'll be able to click somewhere on screen now, and I'll see you over there.